I just had just real quick commentary. You said that people need to figure out what they wanted, and I wanted to add something to that. Anybody that can hear me right now, you really, really need to make sure about what you want, because words truly do have power, and if you use the wrong ones, you'll get what you're asking for. You really, really will. Now, that can be positive. That can also go down a, I won't even say semi-negative road. Be sure before you speak things into existence, because you will absolutely get everything that you're asking for.
You haven't been looking at my notes because you haven't been over here, but I know, but and honestly, it's right here. I wanted to talk about the power of your words once you decide what you want. No, thank you, because you just brought us right into it. When I was in school, in elementary school, when you were doing something wrong, you had to write it 100 times, like, I must not chew gum. I must not chew. You could write it 100 times, or I must not talk in class, whatever. You know what you need to write down now? My words have power. My words have power. Until you believe it. And once you understand it, you will see why some of the things are in your life right now. Because you spoke them into existence years ago and you forgot.
Mm-hmm.
They have energy. Recognize your power. That's number one. Number two, direct your thoughts in the direction that you want the power to go. So see, here's the thing. Once you get this down in your spirit, I mean really get it in your understanding, it's hard for you to have a lunch break and lollygag. I mean, because you're going to be thinking on your every spare minute you have. You're going to be watching what you said, thinking about what you have said in the past. And this morning, you know, when I was saying so-and-so, did I really mean to put it that way? And sometimes, yes, we're going to have to go back and undo some things and redirect the power. Because once it's out there, it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite quotes, it just comes up to me a lot. It was Earth, Wind, and Fire, and it was in the 70s. I used to know exact date, but it was in the 70s. And the song, the lyrics that stuck out, it said, sounds never dissipate. They only recreate in another space and time. I think the song was I Write the Song. When you put words out there, they're out there and they're doing what they were intended to do. That's right. They're coming back. They may not come back this week, this month, this year, but they're coming back. So the stuff that you're in right now is what you have put out in the universe, and you're living the fruition, the manifestation of that right now. Now, don't bother sitting there thinking of what happened. Don't go back in time and say, what point in time did this happen? Forget all that. You don't have time for that. You've got to redirect the energies in your life. Using the power of your words to straighten out the crooked places, so to speak, to bring yourself into alignment where you're out of alignment with God, with Spirit. When you put something out into the universe, when you speak it as a desire, and that goes for when you speak out negative things as well, or insults, or whatever you speak out, words have power. The power and energy of words, it's always working. It's always active. That's why we have to be careful what we say. Especially when we're angry, you got to be careful. But when we put things out there, the universe begins to be active. Start to be active around that. I mean, you don't just put a word or a wish out there and it just kind of hangs. No, it calls in parts and pieces, which we call component parts, to make that thing happen. So, for example, when I said I'm going on a cruise, I know that I'm going on a cruise. I don't know what ship. I don't know what cruise line it's going to be. I haven't decided that. At this point, I don't really care. I just know when I want to go, and I put it out there. Well, now the universe is going to be lining up all of these possible trips for me to take. Now, I know pretty much where I want to go, but I also know that because I put it out there, the universe is going to bring me other choices. I know that. That's just how it works. It's called component parts. So when you put something out there, the universe puts things together, pulls things together to make what you want happen, so that not only do you have what you want, but you have choices. You have, so to the extent of your faith and the energy that you apply, that's what comes back to you.